And thank you for joining us for KBOI 2 News Midday. I'm Brian Moore. And now to your top 11 stories at 11. We do have some concerning news to report. An eagle hunter is missing in Boise County. The Sheriff's Department says it's looking for 59-year-old Arnold Dowdy. They believe he's in the Pilot Peak area, more than 6 miles off of Highway 21. Deputies say Dowdy and a friend went bird hunting and they split up, and he hasn't been seen since Tuesday. The Sheriff's Office says it is not looking for volunteers at this point in time. And a third person has died from Tuesday morning's crash on Highway 45 southwest of Melba. He is 18-year-old Jose Torres Rodriguez. 23-year-old Oscar Torres and 33-year-old Aaron Torres Cruz died the morning of the crash. All three of those men were not wearing seatbelts. 22-year-old Jesus Duran was wearing a seatbelt. He survived. Driving around Ada County can require some guesswork these days after chip sealing. Ada County Highway District has yet to paint the stripes on a number of roads, including sections of Fairview and Maine. See why the little tabs sit where lanes eventually will be and what drivers are saying about them. Well, big changes coming to the interstate next week. I-84 will be reduced out to 2 lanes in both directions between 10 Mile and Eagle Roads. Local retailers are worried about what will happen when part of the interstate is reduced, as the construction has already affected them. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not.
Last year, my husband and I have talked, and it's reduced our business 10 to 15%.
Sometimes, we can't see when the traffic gets a lot of backed up. People will realize they're not going to be home in time to make their dinner plans, so they'll end up getting a pizza to go.
Interstate construction should be wrapped up by the end of November. Boise police say this man, Joshua Schmidt, intentionally broke a fire sprinkler and caused a flood at Civic Plaza Apartments yesterday. He's now charged with malicious injury to property and resisting officers. Police say he already had a warrant out for his arrest. Police say by breaking the fire sprinkler, Schmidt flooded the Civic Plaza Apartments. This happened on the 6th floor. The entire building was evacuated. 10 units were flooded. Investigators have recovered video showing a flaming object being thrown through the window of Planned Parenthood in Pullman, Washington. The arson fire was set on Friday. A police spokesman says the camera was inside the building when the object came crashing through. A federal terrorism task force is investigating along with local police. Floodwaters continue to rise in central Japan after 2 days of heavy rain. Tropical storm Itao dumped nearly 2 feet of rain in some areas. Floodwaters are sweeping away homes, highways, and cars. Meteorologists expect at least another 8 inches of rain to fall in some areas through tomorrow. Scientists in South Africa say they have found a new human-like species that could rewrite some science books. The fossils were found in remote caves near Johannesburg, and experts say they are from the human family tree. An American paleoanthropologist is leading a team of researchers who say they have recovered parts of at least 15 individuals. And the Nampa School District will ask voters for $7.8 million over 2 years. Our partners at the Idaho Press Tribune reporting the levy would go toward maintaining programs and updating technology. 10 new teachers would also be hired with the money. If it passes, it would add $25 to the property tax bill per 100,000 of assessed value. A rather dubious distinction: 1 million gallons of fire retardant has been used fighting Idaho wildfires this season, and it could be the new normal. Planes flying from the Boise Air Tanker Base have hit that mark in 7 of the past 12 years, which tells us a lot about the growth of wildfires in the Gem State.
Essentially, more like a fire capital for the nation as far as the response areas, response times, capacity.
The 4 large air tankers working out of Boise have been moved to Utah, where they're needed more urgently right now. Construction crews are working on a new alumni center at Boise State. Private donations are funding the $12 million center on University Drive. It'll host reunions and post-game parties.